In this video, I'm going to show you my Cinderace build in Pokemon Unite. In this build, I'm going to talk about the abilities or the moves you should pick. I'm going to talk about the held items you need to use, as well as how you should play during the match. And you can end up with scores like this. Like, this is an average game for me with 16 kills, top of the scoreboard, and it's actually really easy to get here with Cinderace. So right now, here is what you can see, my effects that I have currently from the items that I'm wearing on Cinderace, which increase my physical attack, my movement speed, my critical hit rate, and damage, as well as my basic attack speed, which makes me all around good at everything that I can do in the game. Now, the items that you need to wear are Muscle Band, which when upgraded gives you an increase to your attack and your basic attack speed. Now, this is only for physical attack. Then we have our second item, Scope Lens, which increases our critical hit rate percentage and our critical hit damage percentage. And the final item I'm using is the Float Stone, which again increases our attack as well as our movement speed, which is fantastic to chase enemies down. If you look at Cinderace's stats here, you can see he's a highly offensive Pokemon. He can do mad damage with good mobility and, some slow endurance and zero support, but he is very, very good. So at level 1, he'll be Score Bunny, level 5, Reboot, and at level 7, you will unlock Cinderace's highest evolution. So when you start with Cinderace, you're going to want to go with the first move, Ember. So at level 1, you'll get an option to pick one, and at level 3, you'll get an option to pick another. Pick Ember first. Once you get to level 7, you will have the option between choosing between Blaze Kick or Pyro Ball. I highly recommend going with Pyro Ball because you want to stay ranged and keep up your range damage as much as possible. When you get to level 8, you're going to want to take the Feint ability. Now, this one actually makes you invincible and gives you a buff instead of Flame Charge. However, the option here is kind of dependent on how you want to play. However, the reason why I say Feint is so good is when you get into combat, as soon as you get into combat, you pop this for the invincibility, and the enemy Pokemon will all use all their skills, and they won't have anything to use on you once you're uninvincible. Like once you're back to normal, you just do massive damage and they have nothing to attack you with. So you're basically attacking people who don't attack back except with basic attacks. So you can just absolutely destroy them. Okay, so now let's talk about your playstyle. So the playstyle for Cinderace is quite simple. At the beginning of the game, you're going to be quite squishy until you can get to like level 7 and get your Cinderace form up and have all your abilities. You basically want to just go either bottom lane or top lane. You can actually go even mid lane, wherever you want, really. You can play any role pretty much anywhere in this game. In the early game, you don't want to push too much into enemy territory unless you have like a good opportunity to, or you've killed the enemy Pokemon with your partner with you, which I recommend having a Ninetales if you are playing like a composition kind of base thing, or any Pokemon that can support you by slowing the enemy Pokemon. So in general, play the early game really slowly and really defensively. And just keep farming the enemies, the AI, so you can keep getting your level up as fast as possible. Towards mid game, you're going to be quite decent, but at end game, you are going to be a god with high attack speed. You're going to take out things so easily. It's going to be an absolute joke of how you destroy health bars in this game. I can sometimes crit like up to 1,000 damage on enemies, which makes Cinderace one of the highest and fastest attacking Pokemon that I've seen currently in Pokemon Unite. Even with one of the laggiest matches I've played like in a while, because I don't know why sometimes the internet for this game is just terrible, I can still absolutely destroy people. Just like, it's the easiest thing, dude. Like playing Cinderace, high end game, he's just one of the strongest Pokemon you will find, and this build will literally make you an absolute legend of how quickly you can destroy enemies, especially late game where it counts the most. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you do have your own tips for Cinderace, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in a future video. Thank you so much for watching.